Through their first 12 games of the season, the Los Angeles Lakers were 2-10 and tied for the worst record in the NBA with the Houston Rockets. And up until the All-Star break, not much changed, as honestly they were still the laughingstock of the NBA. They were in the 13th spot of the Western Conference, and the playoffs, and I mean even the play-in tournament, started to look like it wasn't going to be attainable for this team. And this season was going to be looked at as another wasted season for LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the LA Lakers. But with the Lakers making some big changes going into the trade deadline, LeBron and AD getting healthier and playing at an all-NBA level, and Austin Reaves emerging as an MVP candidate. Since the All-Star break, the Lakers have had the third best record in the NBA, being 14-6. They are the 7th seed in the West, while also only being a half game back from being the 5th seed with 3 more games left in the season. During this span, the Lakers have really built their defensive identity, being tied second in defensive rating, and they've also got better on the offensive end too as well. Since All-Star break, they're 14th in offensive rating throughout the whole league. A couple things that they've capitalized on since All-Star break is free throw attempt rate and not fouling. The Lakers themselves are number 1 in free throw attempt rate at 0.339 to every field goal attempt, and they are number 1 in opposing free throw attempt rate at 0.193 to every field goal attempt. Additionally, they average the least amount of fouls per game at 16.7, so they've done a great job in playing not only elite defense, but playing elite defense without fouling. And a lot of their defensive success is credited towards the acquisition of Jared Vanderbilt. I still think, and it's proven me right, how much of a masterclass job Rob Pelinka has done or did at the trade deadline to acquire D'Lo, Malik Beasley, and Vando for just Westbrook, a protected first-round pick, and a second-round pick. That is the best value you can get with that Westbrook and picks package, not only because of their talent, but because of their fit and the holes that they fill for the Lakers. Anyways, Vando has one of the highest motors in the NBA, if not the highest. This man does not get tired. He's everywhere, getting deflections, diving for loose balls, and just getting more possessions for the Lakers. And his defensive versatility is something the Lakers were missing. He takes the pressure and defensive load off of LeBron and AD. LeBron wasn't the guy that was going to guard the best player on a nightly basis. I mean, he hasn't been that way in a minute, but still, having Vanderbilt there, he takes that pressure off him, and he can guard the best player on a nightly basis, whether that's a big guy or a guy in the perimeter. He applies pressure full court as well, and yes, they have Patrick Beverley, but Vanderbilt can basically do what Pat Bev does, but at 6'9", with more strength and athleticism, and he's younger. Offensively, he doesn't provide much scoring. I mean, he'll give you a 3 every other game. He's a solid cutter, but he does give this team second chance opportunities, putbacks, and he's always active, which is important. And now when we address AD, probably their most important player. I guess the most important piece to the Lakers making a run this year is if AD is healthy. That's always been the biggest question. Is he going to be healthy? Because we know how great he is. We know how great he's been. But it's just a matter of if he's going to be in street clothes or not. And the Lakers did have a little scare against the Timberwolves the other night where he was on the ground holding his ankle. It looked kind of bad because he was there for a minute and they were just going up and down while he was on the ground. But he turned out to finish the game, ended up playing the games after that too as well. But yes, this was another season for AD where he did miss a good amount of games. But when he did play, he has looked like the best player on the floor every time he steps on it. He's playing at an all-NBA level, and on the season he's averaging 26.6 points, 12.4 rebounds, and 2.5 assists, shooting it at a 63.5% true shooting. He is a man on a mission. He looks more aggressive. He's not settling for jumpers. 66% of his field goal attempts are from less than 10 feet from the basket, and 49% of his field goal attempts are from less than 5 feet from the basket. And, he still gives you elite defensive impact. Only thing with AD is as long as he stays healthy. But as long as he's been on the floor, he's been one of the best players in the NBA. And then with LeBron, well, it's LeBron. What am I going to say that has not already been said about LeBron? At 38 years old, he's still playing at the same level. He's probably going to make all NBA second or third team, in my opinion, because he's having another great year. And when we talk about these two, AD and LeBron, in most of their matchups on this potential playoff run that they might have, the Lakers are going to have the top 2 players in those series at full health. It's just all about their supporting cast. And honestly, when we talk about the Lakers, especially during the second half of the season, this is the best supporting cast the Lakers have had since their bubble run. I know it's a very small sample size, but with the starting 5 of D'Lo, Austin Reaves, LeBron James, Vanderbilt, and Anthony Davis, they are 3-0. You know, that lineup has a 126.5 offensive rating, which would rank first in the NBA, and a 101.5 defensive rating, which would also rank first in the NBA. Like I said, it's a very, very, very small sample size, but it looks like this lineup works and it complements LeBron and AD. I talked about Vanderbilt already, but D'Lo, you know, like I said, a big acquisition for this team. You know, I was very excited for the Lakers. I'm not a Laker fan, but I was very excited to see that D'Lo was gonna go back to the Lakers because he fits very well with this team. He gives his team a perimeter scoring threat, good facilitating, and he's having his best season in terms of shooting efficiency. And then when we talk about Austin Reaves, you know, Austin Reaves has been on a tear, and you know he's been actually playing better since Russell Westbrook left. You know, he's getting more touches. You know, he's more comfortable. And, you know, he's been emerging as really a very important piece for this Lakers team if they want to contend. You know, all the memes aside, like I said, he is really good. He's getting MVP chance for a reason. When we talk about his game, he has an underrated handle. He does a great job of getting to the line. Like, he knows how to initiate contact. You know, as an opposing fan, like when they played against the Warriors, I would say like he was flopping, but he's like selling the contact, and the refs are calling that. So he has a very good free throw attempt rate. You know, he can shoot the ball. He has a good feel for the game. He has a high IQ. You know, all good ingredients, recipes to play with LeBron James. And you know, he has been one of the most, actually not even one of the most, he's been the most efficient shooting the ball amongst guards. You know, he's shooting it at an absurd 67.6% true shooting. Like I said, number 1 amongst guards, but when we compare him within the whole league, he's 6th in the whole league. And when we just talk about the other supporting cast on their bench, they have a pretty solid deep bench. You know, Malik Beasley was also in that Russell Westbrook trade. You know, he's a very streaky shooter, movement shooter, can catch and shoot. Sometimes he might not shoot that well, might go 1 for 10, but some nights, you know, he might go 8 for 12. So it's hard to kind of game plan for that, because when he's hot, you know, and he provides more spacing for this team. Rui Hachimura, another underrated acquisition for this team, gives you some big scoring nights sometimes, but you know, he will give you a scoring option off the bench. He can rebound the ball. He's been very solid for this team. Mo Bamba was a big piece, you know, being that backup 5, but then now he's out for the season. So in my opinion, that's a big loss. Wenyen Gabriel is playing that backup 5 minutes, and then Dennis Schroeder, he's gonna get paid. You know, he's kind of revitalized, or he just made us look at him differently. For the longest, he was just that guy that turned down the bag, and he's not gonna get paid as much as what the Lakers offered him back then, but he's gonna get paid regardless. And you know, he's been having a good year. When we just talk about potential playoff matchup for this team, like I said, I think they're gonna have the top 2 players in the matchups they have in the playoffs. Like, for example, if they end up getting 7th seed right now, Memphis is 2. They play Memphis, and yes, John Morant is back, but arguably you can say LeBron and AD are going to be the 2 best players in that series. Then you have Ja and Jaren Jackson at 3 and 4. Then at 5th, you can say D'Lo or Dylan Brooks. I don't like Dylan Brooks that much, to be honest. If you do, I don't know if we can be friends. I don't know how. Anyways, I'm gonna say D'Lo, and then you can say Dylan Brooks. But yeah, they have a fair chance. And then Denver, it's Denver. You know, I'm still giving them a fighting chance. I would pick Denver in that series, but LeBron and AD, can't sleep on them. Play Sacramento. I think the betting odds are gonna be for the Lakers, so I would think they can get past them. But you know, you can't really sleep on Sacramento. They're having a great year. Cannot undermine what they've done. But I'm taking LeBron and AD. If they play Phoenix, man, that's going to be a good series, and we need to see KD and LeBron play each other in a 7-game series again, because that would be fun. I think I would pick Phoenix in that one, but still, you got to give them a fighter's chance, because you have arguably the GOAT and you have AD. So that would be fun to see. But yeah, I mean, that's Los Angeles Lakers. They really turned their season around. And, you know, like I said, started as the laughingstock in the NBA. Pelicans were playing well, and it looked like the Pelicans were going to get the Lakers pick. And now it's kind of evened out. The Pelicans are fighting with the Lakers, trying to get that 7th, 8th spot, final spot of the playoffs. So that's kind of changed. But yeah, I mean, it's looking like, you know, this West is very wide open, you know. Besides 1, 2, 3, the top 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we're gonna see some changes in these next couple of days because the season ends on Sunday. And, you know, the Lakers can end up being 5th, can end up being 6th, 7th, or 8th. So we'll see. But, you know, cannot sleep on greatness over there. But, yeah, that's all I have for you guys in this video. If you guys enjoyed, hit that like, subscribe, comment what you think about the Lakers. I know I folded. I think I was the only basketball content creator that did not talk about the Lakers yet on YouTube. I folded. I finally talked about them. I got to give them their credit. They're playing good. They're playing good basketball. So, you know, we can't be hating on them. We can't be hating on them bad. But what do you guys think about the Lakers? Do you guys think they can make a run? Are they contenders in your guys' eyes? Let me know down below. But like I always say in my videos, my first name's Emilio, but my middle name's Lawrence. And I like hoops. If you like hoops too, subscribe to it too. Until next time, peace.